this is what we're gonna do. We concluded like the questions that we had, but we talked in the green room about playing a little game. You said you were down for it, so we can go into a little overtime and play a little multiple choice game called What Would You Do? So we're gonna play a game called What Would You Do? And you're not going to be able to give your own answers. You have to pick between A and D, like when you're doing a job application. ABC. Yeah, right. You have to pick one of the answers. So that's the catch. The best answer for you.
Okay.
So let's see how you do with this. So all right, here we go. And all right, we'll just see. But we kind of touched on this a little bit, so I kind of already got a feeling of how you're going to go with this. But if you walk in on your man on top of another, all right, I'm going to repeat it. If you walk in on your man on top of another, you know what? If you walk in with your partner, we're going to change that. If you walk in on your partner, you just said that. Okay, I'm going to assume. If you walked in on your partner on top of another person, would you A, attack the person that they're cheating with, B, kick your partner out and go after the person, C, cry and run off, or D, somebody got to die?
D.
Let me know if you remember
D.
the answer.
No, I said D. I answered.
Oh, somebody got to die?
Heads will roll. Yes, heads will roll.
Oh, okay. You're not having that.
Nope.
You're not having that.
It's one thing to cheat.
Sure.
It's another thing to cheat in the person's house or in their bed, and you're asking for it at that point.
Oh, so you said you want the smoke. You said you want the smoke. Oh, you want the smoke at that point. She want the smoke. Okay. I ain't mad at that. I ain't judging that. Bobby?
All right. So a wealthy man asks you to be a stay-at-home wife. Would you A, embrace it with open arms? B, hell no, you want to be independent? C, discuss in greater detail and weigh out the pros and cons? Or D, agree to stay home but start a business from home?
D, because I'm an author.
I don't know if she want to be independent. No, that's out.
Here's the thing. If you're in a relationship, you're not independent. You're in a partnership.
I like that. I like you're
So independence is out if you're in a relationship,
Right.
But someone who's that wealthy, that means that I can write as much as I like.
There you go. You can stay home and run your business from home.
Right. You said B, right? You said B. No, you said B.
I said D. She said D. And my business would be my writing.
There you go.
Oh, you said D. Agree to stay home but start a business? I thought you said B. Okay. No. Oh, okay. All right, respectful. Okay. Respected. Okay. So, here we go. Your partner's ex passes away, and your partner wants to hang up a few of their ex's pictures as a memorial. Would you A, allow him to hang up the pictures, B, sympathize with him but decline in a gentle way, C, curse him out for even asking, D, knee him in the groin and send him to the couch?
A.
A?
I would choose A.
Yeah, I mean,
if he's grieving,
sweetheart.
Let him grieve the way he needs to grieve. And if it makes me uncomfortable, then we could talk about it after that initial grief period. But they're just photographs.
Okay. I actually like that. That's awesome. I don't think I would ask that question, but I like that. Because I think I'll get
I respect it.
The knee.
I definitely respect it. I respect you to get that answer, but I respect that. Because that takes some real security in yourself and in your relationship to go with that. So that's cool.
Yep.
I mean, you don't know. I might be grieving that person too. It could be someone that was in my life.
There you go. Yeah, insecure chicks have never said,
it definitely pays to not be insecure. I mean, as far as in your relationship, it can definitely do your relationship some real justice. This is a prime example of that. So, here we go. You feel it's time for you and your partner to take the next step and move together, but your partner tells you they'd rather you both have your own place but still spend lots of quality time. Would you A, agree and not have an issue with it, B, consider but give them a deadline to eventually move together, C, dive deeper into why he doesn't want to live together, or D, give him an ultimatum, it's your way or the highway?
I think I need those choices again because I didn't hear what I would really do on that list.
Okay. Okay, but you understand the question, right? You don't want to live together.
I do.
You said you want to live together. Okay. So would you A, agree and not have an issue with it? B, consider but give him a deadline to eventually move together? C, dive deeper into why he doesn't want to live together? Or D, give him an ultimatum, is your way or the highway?
Say what A is again.
A is agree and not have an issue with it.
I guess where I'm having trouble here is that if that's the case, then the person probably isn't serious about me. So an ultimatum isn't going to make them serious about you, you know? And insisting is not going to change the relationship for the better. But I would probably just walk away from it. Well, before things got ugly. If I have to choose the things on that list, I guess I would delve more into why the person didn't want to, you know, just find out why. What is the reason?
Right.
Because what if it's something like, I want to build up enough money that we can buy a house together, but I can't do that if we're together all the time and I'm working extra jobs or something. I don't know. I can't really think of a reason why the person wouldn't want to move in together because then you split expenses and it might be faster to get to that. I'm just hypothesizing.
Their reasoning?
Okay, so
for hypothetical purposes, their reasoning is they think you'll be better to have your own personal spaces but still can spend time together, but they don't want to be too much kind of, you know, together too much so they feel like it could damage the relationship. Like you can have your personal space but still spend time together when you want to.
Well, if that's their reasoning, then I would probably go with A, but I know that in the back of my mind, I would be easing out of that relationship. It would just be, all right, thank you for letting me know.
For real?
I'm not going to question you on it.
And food for thought for the fellas out there that's listening, you know, not to say, hey, she's her own person, but, you know what I mean? I don't think that's an unpopular
well, the thing is, in that scenario, one of the people is ready to move on, the other isn't. It's not like they're both in the same place. So if one opened up and was brave enough to say, hey, I want this. I mean, it's kind of like a marriage proposal. How would you feel if you proposed and they said, I don't think I want to do that with you? But I still want to see you, and I still want to spend time with you.
That's a good point. That's a good
you would
counter
still feel like it was
right
a rejection,
there,
right?
Oh, hell yeah.
It'll make you think that the person is not serious. Huh? They're not really,
or at least not as serious about you as you are about them. And at that point, why do you want to open yourself up again?
Right.
I'm glad you dived into that a little bit. Because these are type of conversations we have in real life, like some of these questions and some of these things. Like this right here is a conversation that I've had in, you know what I mean, and friends and people. We talk about stuff, these types of scenarios and stuff, and it's always interesting to hear people's takes on it. So yeah, that's some food for thought.
Yeah, it is perfectly fine to say no. I don't think I'm ready for that. Like, there's nothing wrong with the person saying, I don't want to move in together. I want to keep things the way they are. Well, thank you for being honest.
But for you personally, once that happens, you're slowly but surely probably starting to check out, basically.
Yeah. I mean, without any other context, I'm pretty sure, knowing myself, I would feel rejected even if I didn't say it aloud.
Who do you think he is? You know who you know who I am? You know what you got right here? How dare you?
Yeah, and see, that's the thing.
I understand.
Yeah, because when you're in a relationship, the relationship is supposed to evolve eventually. So when is this person ready to take it to the next level? And she ready to move
you got to make it bad for all the guys too, man. Jeez.
You know, it's also not good to take that step if you're not ready. It wouldn't be good for the guy to move in if he wasn't really ready, though. That's the recipe for disaster. He's probably going to hurt both of them. So it's not like there should be any kind of retribution here. It's not like, well, get the hell out of my life then. But there is an injury, and it is a communication that I don't feel as strongly about you as you feel about me. And some people will be willing to just wait, and maybe it will evolve. And I just know that I'm probably not like that. I would be more like, okay, well, I put myself out there once. I was shut down. I'm probably not going to do that again.
Okay, I respect that.
Yep.
We only got a few more. We just got a few more. I love this, though. This is fun. I love this.
This is awesome.
We got a few more, and then we're done. Go ahead, Bobby.
All right. So here's the question, this one. Your man goes to a bachelor party, and he doesn't come home until 12 o'clock noon the next day. You ask him what happened, and he says he got too drunk, so he crashed. He crashed out at wherever the hotel, wherever he was at. Would you A, be understanding and glad he is being responsible? B, trust him but have an attitude? C, get jealous and ask, was he messing around with other women at the party? Or D, break up with him?
Well, I think the last one is kind of excessive without any evidence.
Bam. See, I could tell you, see women like you are that's great because you're not being judgmental. And you're definitely...
Well, hold on, let's see what she says. Let's see what she says. Okay, so maybe not D?
Yeah, I'm processing here because I would want to think that this is a conversation that would happen before the bachelor party. Like, what's going to happen if you get too drunk? So do you arrange that one of you will pick the other one up?
You expected him to come home. He never said, I might not make it home tonight. And then you called him 1, 2, 3 in the morning, no answer. And 12 o'clock p.m., he walks in the door. 12 o'clock p.m. Sunday afternoon,
someone could be,
he walks in the door.
Someone could be hurt. You know, the no answer, that's a cause for worry. And not just about cheating. They could have gotten in an accident.
He walks in, he's fine. He said his phone died. He got too drunk. He ended up passing out. They had a blast. His phone died.
Look,
he just
the phone died
up.
is never an excuse. The phone died is never ever an excuse.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Understandable.
There was nobody else there with a phone? You know?
Well, he was drunk. Yeah, the bachelor party is probably strippers, you know what I mean? They're having a good time.
Too drunk to handle a telephone?
She is not hearing it.
That,
So you're not going to break up, right? So you're going to get jealous and ask if he's messing with another woman. You're going to trust him and to have attitude or be understanding.
I would not be understanding. So let's
get
rid of A. We got rid of D. We got rid of D because those two are too extreme. Like, no, there's still something very. Even if you didn't do anything with anybody at that party, you still had an obligation to answer your phone and be accountable to where you are and where you were supposed to be.
So B, trust them and have an attitude sounds like the best answer for you then, right? Trust them but have an attitude
maybe
right?
What was C?
Maybe it should be E, none of the above.
C was get jealous. She was get jealous and ask was he messing around with another woman. So I guess
it's B. It's B because
trust them and have an attitude. Okay.
Right, because what you did is still wrong.
Right. But your answer is not technically not really there, but you'll have to go with that.
Right.
I got you.
Yeah, because the reasons to be upset are not, it's not starting with jealousy. That might be on the list eventually, but first and foremost, you're disrespecting me by not being accountable to our relationship and where you are, making sure I know that you're safe.
Yeah, you would definitely have to have a
Understandable.
serious talk. Yeah, when he gets back, or when y'all talk.
So you deserve some attitude for me being worried about you
Yeah,
all night
sure.
long.
Yeah.
And you, like, let's
That's
say
true.
everything you said was the truth and you fell asleep drunk. Well, that's crap. That's not okay. It's not okay to just fall asleep drunk and not communicate, hey, I'm going to stay here because I'm drunk, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody like to be upset in that situation. Yep.
Every way.
Getting me all mad about a fictional situation.
Right, she getting mad. Getting mad in real life. Just thinking about it.
Like, I don't accept my phone died. Nope. There are phones all over that place.
Right. All right. So, I'm asking you this, the next one, right? And then Tay got the other one. All right. So, your man is late for a dinner you prepared for him. His reason is he saw his ex at the bus stop and offered her a ride home. And that's all that happens. Would you trust him and leave it at that? B, give him the benefit of the doubt, but monitor his behavior. C, interrogate him and assume he's cheating. Or D, put him out.
I think A, because if he came home and said this is what happened, chances are nothing happened. Because why would he even, you would never even know that he picked her up from the bus stop if he didn't say something.
Okay. I like that.
That's dope. That's dope.
It sounds like he's being open.
Mm-hmm. Just being totally
and
open.
There would still be the follow-up of, well, you should have let me know. You should have communicated, but it's okay to give her a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're a little different. See, the females where I'm at, it's going to be pandemonium, boy. I'm touched, man. For real. Yeah. He going to have holidays for that one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, though. This shows that you definitely, some of these answers you're giving shows that you have a degree of security within yourself, and you would have security within a relationship, and that's definitely good. So let's get
But I have no tolerance for betrayal.
Betrayal is the main thing. I hear that, and I respect that. And I'm glad you're taking the time to break this down, because most of our listeners and stuff come from the replay after it airs live, and we got males and females, and, I think just giving perspective, just does a lot, does a lot for the food for thought. So with that said, we got a few more. We can get you out of here. You're great, by the way. We appreciate you. So your man gets a job offer in another state, making life-changing money, but you have an established career where you live now, and you can't keep that career if you relocate. Would you A, sacrifice your career and relocate with him? B, be appalled that he would even ask? C, agree to let him go and try a long-distance relationship until you figure things out? Or D, tell him if he goes, the relationship is over?
Oh, I need those options. I need you to say the whole thing again, because I need to know. I mean,
the question and the choices. You need the question and the answers, or just the
because
choices?
I need to know the details.
I got you. Okay. So your man gets a job offer in another state, making life-changing money, but you have an established career where you live now, and you can't keep that career if you relocate. Would you A, sacrifice your career and relocate with him? B, be appalled that he would even ask? C, agree to let him go and try a long-distance relationship until you figure things out? Or D, tell him if he goes, the relationship is over?
So get rid of B and D, because those aren't fair at all. See, what's missing here is, you said there's life-changing money, but money isn't everything. Are either of you moving toward a career you love? Because if it's just money and I have to give up my career, then it sounds, what if he hates the job, you know? What if
life-changing.
he gets all this?
Y'all go millions. Chance to make millions. Life-changing. But you got to give up your career if y'all going to be together and you go with him. Y'all going from 6 figures to 7 figures. Would you do it?
Well, that's not life-changing, going from 6 figures to 7 figures. I mean, I guess it is, but you're already doing okay, so it's not like you've gone from poverty to being able to live in a mansion. So you're not like
moving on up like the Jeffersons.
No, it's not that big.
Yeah.
I don't think that money is the most important quality in determining something like this. That's why I needed the details again, because I wasn't hearing anything like the dream of, the job of a lifetime and my career. From my point of view, I'm an actress and a writer. I am doing my dream job. So why would I give up my dream job for somebody else's money? There's definitely a conversation in there.
It is a job that it is like a career that he's been a part of, but he just got, like, let's say, a huge opportunity to go up the ladder and bump his pay rate up, but it's still something that he's been doing for a long time.
I am going to go with the Meghan Markle answer, and yes, I will be a princess. We will.
Oh, sacrifice your career and go with him.
She gave up her career to be a princess, which was life-changing money from being an actress to being a princess. It didn't work out, but she did make that call, and I think I would have made the same call.
Oh, and she was a sweetheart.
I also think I would be able to find a way to do the things that I love, no matter what stage.
Right. Like it's just like you would be able to. All right, we're gonna go do this now, but I'm gonna figure out how to still do my career. But come on, let's go, right?
But I don't think that's the answer for everyone. I'm not saying that should be everyone's answer, because if someone has worked their way up in their career and then their significant other gets a dream job with lots of money, that is a conversation that needs to happen about what one person is giving up. Is it just the work that you're giving up, or is it a passion that you're giving up? Because that's the kind of thing that wrecks a relationship.
Yeah, it's the difference. Because what you're doing, you never know. You're continuing to build your brand. You can possibly get to the money, as well as the other party's position and job. You know what I mean? So
now, if you're in LA and building an acting career, and someone asks you to move to like Alabama, you're probably not going to have the same opportunity.
Yeah, you have.
I know. I'm not moving to Alabama
or Atlanta.
However, if it's life-changing money, then you can just fly to LA for your auditions. And guess what? Right now, we're doing virtual auditions. I haven't gone to LA for an audition since COVID started. I've done them all online.
Wow. Okay. That's another way. I mean, as far as your actual career, then you have that privilege, that benefit. Okay, so she chose A. Bobby, let's hit the next one so we can get her on.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of her night.
Okay. All right. Okay. Your best friend calls you crying, and tells you she let her man had a heated. She and her man had a heated argument. She pushed him first, and he slapped her in return. She asked for advice. Would you invite her to stay over?
You gotta say A, so it won't be confusing.
Right. A, invite her to stay over. Sorry. Invite her to stay over.
Bobby, run that question back. It's a little choppy. Run that question back.
I understand it. No, I understand the question.
You got it? Okay. All right, go.
Yeah. My best friend isn't a female, so I had to change gears and think of it that way, because I'm understanding.
You crying and tells you she and her man had a heated argument. She pushed him first, and he slapped her in return. She asked for advice. Would you A, invite her to stay over and talk about it? B, tell her to leave before it gets worse? C, tell her to file a temporary restraining order? Or D, tell her to file criminal charges?
A.
A.
That one was easy. A. I mean, she's not in a fight with this person right now. Those two things happened. They both did something they should not do. Mm-hmm. What they need is space. And she needs a friend, so come over.
Okay.
Oh, excellent answer. Excellent.
But saying B, which is you need to get out, that's not helping her. You know, it's like you're putting all the work on the person who's having the trouble. And I think you should open your home to your friend if it's your best friend.
Right, if she needs to, right, so she can talk to you. Have somebody to talk to and vent and get advice. Yeah, she probably calm down. And, maybe her man will call her later and apologize, and then they'll be getting back together or whatever. Work it out. If she's gonna, or whatever's gonna happen. She has somebody to go.
But right now they just need space from each other.
Right. At this moment, she needs to just get away and go out. Right. And so that's a way for you to invite her to come and stay, come and talk about it with you. So that's awesome. All right. So, yeah. All right. Your man keeps asking you for money. You've given him money on numerous occasions, but he keeps asking for more. Would you, A, give him the money without issue? B, give him the money as long as he agrees to pay you back? C, tell him a man is supposed to be the provider? And D, tell him no and advise him to pick up a second job. All right, so, yeah.
So there is a very important detail missing from this question, and that's, are these two people living together, or are they just seeing each other?
That's true. We're going to let you create that scenario on if they're living together or not, so you can answer it the way you see fit.
Because if you're living with that person, your money is their money. Even if you're the one earning it, if it's a partnership, you're probably sharing funds. And so stop asking me for money. It's our money.
Okay, so then that's just the thing. Y'all not living together yet then. Make it a little more controversial. Y'all not living together. Y'all been dating maybe a year. Y'all haven't moved together yet.
Then I would probably go with D, because you said it's happened multiple times. Like, once or twice, all right, I'm happy to be able to help you out. But at this point, you're going to have to start providing for yourself. That's not the way this relationship works.
Excellent.
Okay. There it is.
Both scenarios. That's excellent on both scenarios. So I like both answers.
I respect that. Last one. You're such a good sport, man. You're such a good sport. This is the last one. You find out your man has been hanging out at the gay bar. He tells you some of his friends are gay, and he doesn't want to seem homophobic, so sometimes they go to the regular bar, and sometimes they go to the gay bar, so it's balanced. Would you, A, understand and support his decision to not single out his friends? B, question his sexuality and monitor his behavior? C, interrogate him and break up if you don't like his responses? Or D, he's obviously gay and immediately break up?
You forgot E. Why didn't you invite me? The gay bars are the most fun because guys don't hit on you. They do dance with you, and you have a lot of fun. They have great music, and they take care of you.
Okay, all right.
Right, and then what you do about sexual yourself, you understand differently from most, like a straight woman might would, right?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think anyone's completely straight. There are different degrees. And it doesn't mean that you want to be physical with someone, but are you saying you've never admired a man's attractiveness? You've never looked at a man and thought, man, that's a good-looking guy.
What?
You're not secure enough to look at another man and appreciate that he's attractive? You think it means that you're attracted to him just because you recognize that he's attractive?
No, you can recognize that. You can recognize that. But
Bobby's thinking for himself. Hell no. No. Maybe it's growing up.
So Bobby is more secure.
In his head.
Noted.
Maybe he is. No. I mean, the most is more you can say, yeah, I know he got all the ladies. He's a little pretty boy or something. That's about the most that that I'm used to as far as my guys and me. Like,
I get you.
He's a pretty boy. You know what I mean? Like, we all like to have a pretty boy homeboy because we know that he's gonna, you know what I mean, attract a certain degree of attention for the women and stuff. So it's always good to have one of them on your team. But as far as admiring his appearance, hell no. Hell no.
Right.
Hell no. Hell no.
Oh, that feels unfair because that means that you would be interested in a threesome only if it's two girls in you. That's not fair to her.
I get what Tay's saying because it's the word admire. Admire. So I get that. Yeah, and
ain't no admiring going on.
Right. Yeah, right. Well, put like this.
I think it's possible to admire someone's attractiveness without being attracted to them.
I would have no problem. Woman, though, so it's still different.
Okay, so for the purpose of the question, I would have no problem with my man going to a gay bar. It doesn't mean that you're gay. And anyone who thinks in absolutes like that, they're the one with a problem, and they need to examine their line of thinking.
So, if we ask that question, because I've noticed, you can just look on social media, and it's mind-boggling that we see so much support for LGBT from straight women and our sisters, black women, that is. But when it comes to the idea of even thinking their man has, like, we even have hypothetical scenarios and stuff. It's like, if she find out her man was in a gay relationship before, he's bisexual, it's like the pandemonium, break up, don't speak to me, block, like going to blast you on social media, embarrass you, try to send photos, put it on social media, like it's the end of the world. But then yet at the same time, there's so much support for the community. And I'm like, to me, it always seems like are you? So if you support it so much, why is it like so blasphemous? Why is it so blasphemous that a guy is bisexual and you look at him almost as bad as straight men? Because we know how straight men, a lot of times, how they treat gay men. But then the straight women are treating them almost
think about that.
Bad.
That's hypocritical. That is not support for the gay community. That is support for people in the gay community who are not in competition with you. If you start putting people down because you think that's an insecurity. And so what if he's bisexual? That doesn't mean that he's not committed to you. And the fact that you know he's bisexual probably means that he was open and communicating and being honest with you, which means your relationship would be stronger than someone who feels the need to hide it because you're not tolerant.
Right, because like at the end of the day, he still chose you. And I'm a straight man, and I can say that, like, that's kind of crazy that they look so down on or so frowned upon. Like, all right, he likes women and men, but he likes you when he chose you. Why is it assumed that he's going to want a man just because? It's like,
right. That's
like,
no I mean, that's like saying that let's say you're straight. Just because you're straight doesn't mean you want all other women. It just means that you like women. So being bisexual doesn't mean you like all people from both sexes. It just means that you can be attracted to either one. It doesn't change whether you're committed to the relationship that you're in. That has nothing to do.
Right. Exactly. So your answer is definitely A. I understand and support his decision to not single out his friends.
Right.
Which is dope.
And to be completely open, I would not be in a relationship with a straight man who couldn't be in a gay bar without worrying about what other people thought.
Oh, for real?
I respect that.
No, because you need to just treat people like people.
Right. I understand. I mean, I can understand that perspective. as far as where you're coming from, especially to being a member of LGBT and stuff, Q, you know what I mean? And I could understand that, like, you know, you feeling that way from that perspective. And I just got it, man, look.
Tonya Todd.
Round of applause, Miss Tonya Todd. You're a great sport. You sat patiently, and I mean, we had fun. We talked, and we changed flip scenarios, and we broke stuff down. We originally agreed to 1 hour. It's been almost 2 hours, and you're here hanging out with us, having a good time, answering these questions. One of these things, like I was telling you, one of the things we like to do is to humanize and bring out just the "this is me" side of people, and let you relax, take the night off from being in professional mode and just be Tonya Todd. You know what I mean? And just relax and let the world know, look, this is me, hate it or love it, this is me. When I'm not on the big screen, I'm not in front of the camera, or I'm not on, you know, sitting here trying to get these questions together for my guests, then this is the everyday me. You want to push me and say hi, this is who you're speaking to. So that's always our goal, to you know, just show who you are as a person. So we hope that we've done that, and, you know, that you had a good time. We definitely enjoyed you. You're definitely a great sport, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. This is the best interview I've had all month.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we definitely want to put on for you. We appreciate it. And of course, we can't let you go without letting the listeners know, like, you know, throw all your stuff out there, promote all your stuff, let them know how they can contact you for bookings, all that good stuff.
Well, my website is www.mstonyatodd.com. That's TONYATODD. You can find me on social media at Ms. Tonya Todd. I'm on IMDb. Just look up Tonya Todd. And then you can find my podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and all the usual podcast places, the 52 Love Podcast.